In today's video, we're going to be talking about the cryptocurrency Nano, formerly known as Rayblox or XRB, and kind of more specifically, we're going to be looking at the Nano wallet. And the wallet's pretty interesting. It's a very user-friendly, easy-to-use wallet. I don't know if I'd go as far as to call it a social media site, but it is a messaging platform, and there's also kind of a gamification here. So we'll be taking a look at it in a second, but basically, if you wanted to, just for kind of fun, do kind of like a Pokemon Go type game, you can drop Nano in certain places, and then other people can go seek out and find that Nano. They can see it on the map, and they can go and collect that Nano, and you can leave a message for people who are out to collect Nano, and people who come and collect your Nano can leave a message saying thank you, or I found it, or whatever else. It's in some way similar to Pokemon Go, or if you guys have ever done geocaching. With geocaching, somebody might hide like a little prize or something like that somewhere. They'll post it on a forum or post clues, and then you go out and try to find that item. And that's kind of what WeNano has incorporated into this. Now, what's really kind of the point of that? To be honest, I'm not really sure, but anytime you kind of add a level of gamification or a way to earn free crypto, it kind of builds a community. That's one of the kind of cool things about Nano, in addition to being a cryptocurrency that has almost instant, within a couple second transactions and free transactions. It also has a very strong community. Some people say people like shill the coin, which I think some people out there do to an extent. That is true. But that is one of the kind of cool things, is Nano does have a pretty strong community. Now, I don't know a ton about Nano. It was never one of the coins that I really heavily got into. I used to be into, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, obviously the core coins. Arc, Lisk, Navcoin, which I think Navcoin and Navcoin's app was somewhat similar to this in terms of how user-friendly it is. I never really got into Nano, but Nano has been around for a while. Again, it's cheap and I guess free and very, very fast transactions. Rather than operating on a proof-of-work method like Bitcoin, which some people criticize as kind of wasting electricity and being wasteful, rather than that, and rather than operating on a proof-of-stake model, like Ethereum is switching over to with Ethereum 2.0, where you can now stake it on Bitcoin, Nano actually uses kind of a voting protocol. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, I'm going to drop some affiliate links down in the description box below. If you're brand new to crypto, if you sign up for a Coinbase account with my affiliate link, once you deposit $100, you'll get $10 in free Bitcoin. That's like a 10% bonus right there. Full disclosure, I will get $10 in free Bitcoin as well, but so will you. So, $20 in free Bitcoin, you get 10, I get 10 if you use my link to sign up. And I'll also drop a link to Binance US and Binance.com. That'll give you 50% off of your trading fees. I don't know if Coinbase is dealing with Nano right now. You might have to buy it over at Binance, but I'm pretty sure Coinbase has Nano. But Nano, again, free transactions. Nano didn't do an ICO or a big pre-sale. They actually did a huge coin distribution, and they focused most of the coins on kind of poorer countries. So like Indonesia, Central and South America, Venezuela. So they kind of, they did somewhat of a good deed, whereas a lot of people in the crypto space are out to make themselves rich. They just kind of, created this cryptocurrency and put it out there into the community. Now let's talk about the WeNano app. I'm not sure how new this is. I think it might be relatively new. You can download it from the iOS or Apple App Store, as well as the Google Play Store. And right now we're looking at kind of the homepage of this app. Now, if you go download this app, I guess I could delete my wallet off here and show you the whole download process, but it's actually really easy to get started. Once you download the app, it's going to give you the option to either recover a past wallet if you already have a wallet. If so, you'll just need your phrase, which is like, I forget how many letters and numbers it is, but it's basically a long, unlike Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies where your seed is like 12 or 24 words, this is just a big hodgepodge of random letters and numbers, probably something like 26 letters or something like that. If you already have a wallet, you can copy and paste that in, import it, and it'll pick up your own wallet, your old wallet. If you don't have a wallet already, click Create a New Wallet. I think it'll have you come up with a new username. As you can see at the top here, my username is Mr. El Chapo. And I wound up sending some of my Nano from Binance over to this wallet. And we'll get into kind of how to send and how to receive. But this is basically your home screen. When you're first setting this up, you'll choose a username. You'll select Create a New Wallet. It's going to spit out a seed phrase. You're going to copy that onto your phone's like dashboard, or you could write it down. I would suggest emailing it to yourself or sending it somewhere where you can store it, and then deleting it off your phone. Don't keep this in your email. Don't keep it anywhere else. If anybody ever gets access to your email and they have this seed, they can steal all your nanos. So, save it on your phone so that you have it saved, but then, move it off your phone, store it somewhere safe, somewhere offline. At that point, you're essentially brought into your wallet. So here's what things are going to look like. This first icon here is people. You can search for different users. If you want to import your phone's contacts into here, you can do that. And here we can just kind of look through, different users. You can choose an icon or kind of like a profile picture. And, if I wanted to, I could send that guy some nano. So that's the first option there. I apologize for the noise in the background. That's my dogs drinking and eating. This is kind of the second tab there. This is essentially your wallet. If you don't have any nano and you want to buy some, you can buy some with MoonPay. I assume MoonPay is a crypto exchange or something like that. I've never personally used it. I don't know if you have to KYC or anything. I just wound up transferring some of my BNB coin into Nano and then sent it over to this wallet. So let's talk a little bit about how to send and receive Nano. So you see where it says receive display QR code. Let's say a friend wants to send me some Nano, or let's say maybe I sell at a farmer's market and I want to receive Nano as payment. I would simply click display QR code, and I could let somebody else with their phone and their wallet open scan this code, and they'd be able to send Nano to me. If I wanted to send Nano to somebody, maybe on the other end of things, I'm at a farmer's market and I want to buy some watermelons, and the guy says, okay, it's going to be 2 Nano. I would click scan QR code. I would allow it to take pictures. I'm not going to go through it right now. And then I could scan their QR code, or if it were a farmer's market, they would probably have it printed out on a sign or a poster board or something like that. And I would be able to scan their QR code, or I could scan it on their phone, and I could send them Nano that way. If somebody were to, let's say maybe I'm making a transaction online and somebody's like, send me 5 Nano, here's my Nano address. It would be a long string of letters and numbers that look something like this here, Nano_3SSXFW15Z. You guys see that towards the top of the screen. I would click send to address. I would copy in the other person's Nano address. I would put the amount that I want to send, and if I want to send some type of message or memo, I could do that as well. So we've kind of looked at the first few tabs here. This third tab is chat. Kind of how the chat works. You can do private chats, or there are kind of public chats. I'm going to take you over to the map in a second, and you'll kind of see how we can run around collecting Nano. But if somebody dropped Nano in a certain place, kind of like the Pokemon Go or geocaching type idea, I would be able to go claim some of that Nano, and then I could leave them a message and say thank you, or cool spot you left that at, or something else like that. Now let's head over to the wallet, which is going to, or I'm sorry, the map, which is going to be that last tab. Okay, so you guys can see here, I'm in Chicago, so we can kind of look around Chicago. To be honest with you, I'm not really sure what the difference between the yellow and the green icons are, but if we click down in Hyde Park, you have to be within 328 feet of where this Nano spot is in order to collect it, and the payout is 0.05 Nano. So if I try to get it, it's going to tell me that I'm too far away, so I wouldn't be able to claim that one. Some you can get from really far away, others you can't get from that far away. There is something called teleporting, where you can pay like 0.1 Nano to reach out, farther than you normally would be able to reach out, and kind of access that Nano. I'm not really sure how that aspect of it works. Let's look at, here's another one in Bronzeville, kind of far south side. This is 0.1 Nano, and you have to be within 1,968 feet to access this one. Let's look at the yellow one. That one's in Streeterville, kind of Gold Coast, really nice area in the city. They're paying out a full Nano, but it looks like this one has already been depleted. So how I think this works, I could deposit, say, 1 Nano to this spot, and I could offer a payout of 0.1 Nano, which means essentially there's 0.1 Nano out there available for up to 10 people. Once it gets depleted, there's nothing left to collect. I'm not sure why they leave depleted Nano stashes on here in the first place. Like, I would think that they would just remove them. There's some more up here near Evanston, but if I wanted to, when you set up a public nano spot, you send money to a new account that is not yours. You will not have direct access to these funds. When the spot ends, you can be entitled to a refund of the remaining amount. So I'm guessing maybe there's a certain period of time that you can set up the spot to be. But let's say I want to set one up in Rogers Park. I long tap here, so I hold down there. I could continue. The spot name is Rogers Park Nano Depot. Payout amount, let's see, we'll say 0.1. Oops, 0. Initial pay in to activate a spot has to be a minimum of 1 nano. So I could set it for 1. The duration, let's see, we'll make it 1 month. Payout range 10 to 10,000 meters. I'm guessing a meter is like spot name, starting spot balance, payout amount. Okay, so 0.1. Okay. Duration 1. Payout range 0.1. Let's see, 10. Payout frequency every day. No verification. Visible globally. The spot is available for anybody on the map. Setting this to false makes the spot only appear to people 3 times within the range. Spot chat availability. Select who has access. So we'll say this has to be local people. You can allow users to post items for sale at this spot if they are within. Oh, so that's kind of cool. You can set up like a spot to sell stuff. I saw some guy like bought a toaster oven or something using Nano. I don't really understand how this part fully works. I'll have to dive into this further. This is actually a lot cooler than I initially thought it was. I'm not going to set up that spot right now. I'm going to kind of wait and learn how everything works a little bit more. But overall, this is kind of a cool app. It's a really easy to use, user-friendly wallet. The transactions are free and instant. And even though this map thing, at least as far as I can tell right now, doesn't have like a super practical purpose, it is kind of fun. A lot of people do get into, geocaching and Pokemon Go, and it looks like there might be some kind of way to set up kind of an e-commerce type spot here. I could see ways to maybe use this to promote your business. If you operate some type of business that is maybe of interest to a younger, more tech-savvy crowd, maybe you have an arcade, a gaming room, a computer store that sells like graphics cards or something like that, you could potentially set up a nano spot like outside your front door, and then people would come to your business to collect free nano, and maybe they see your store, maybe they're interested in what you sell, and it kind of brings some business your way. So I could see a lot of kind of cool ways to maybe use this for marketing. It's also just kind of a cool way to kind of build community and kind of gamify cryptocurrency, and everybody likes collecting or earning free crypto. So that's kind of a cool aspect of this as well. If any of you guys, I'm brand new to this. I'm not new to crypto. I've been involved in crypto since about 2013. However, I never really got into Nano. And I literally just learned about this app a couple hours ago, so I just kind of started playing around with it. So if there's anything I'm missing in terms of like the functionality of this app, kind of what the point of creating these spots is, if there's kind of an e-commerce function to it or a classified function to this where you can actually sell things, and or if you know the difference between the yellow, red, and I think there's a yellow, red, and green spots. Maybe that's what it means. Maybe green is available, yellow is like almost depleted, and red is done or something like that. I don't know. Anything that I've kind of left out, go ahead and drop a comment. Feel free to kind of clarify things for me. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, click that subscribe button down below, ring the bell, and if you want to send me some nano, you can send it to Mr. El Chapo, MisterElChapo. That's all I got for you guys today, and I'll catch you on the next video.